So, for anyone who's just tuned in, I thought I would put myself under a bit of pressure and practice in front of you all. Because why not? Why not? We're living in that day and age. I kind of need to give myself some adrenaline to get some work done. And yeah, I just, I miss performing. Not that I was doing that much of it before all this happened, but now that, I know that it definitely won't be happening for a long time, I was just like, I should do more live streams. And really just, come on, unzip this file. Really just, show you the process as well. Like, I need to practice songs, so I thought I would literally practice songs in front of you. I do have a fan going as well because my studio is super, super warm. Let's get all these angles right. Hopefully that's better. And then in between songs, I will try and answer some questions too. See if we can multitask to the max. And hopefully you can hear me all right too. Let me know that you can hear me all okay. Do you know what? Fun story. I went through all the different ways to live stream, and using my computer, using my laptop, and using my phone. Using my phone out of everything, all the big cameras, everything was just the best. It was just the easiest. I don't know whether my Wi-Fi just works better on my phone. So I'm gonna start by playing a song called Make Room. And really I'm just trying to pull up YouTube so it's a bit bigger on my laptop so I can see all your comments and make sure. I better mute myself. Cool, thank you. Okay, I don't need to watch myself back, but I do want to see. Pop out chat, there we go. All right. Yep, it's the phone mic. All right, let's go for. And you should all stay hydrated as well. So I'm just using one of my bottles for recycling. Okay, hi everyone. Right, okay, so song, questions, song, questions. So you can say hi, obviously, but if you actually want me to answer it, write out a question and then I'll scan through and we'll just find some stuff to talk about. One thing I might do, without bashing my monitor, is just make sure that this is a better angle too. Okay. If you can hear the fan, if it's annoying, sorry, just it's, take a shot every time she hits a G major. There we go. All right, so the reason I'm playing G is because Make Room starts on a G, but with a bit of an inflection. I can see my hands get older, but you aren't holding them. existing somewhere out there. Who are you kissing? Might they look like me? Will they do you harm? I could be the one to mend you or make you come undone. So give it up, give it up. Give up that hopeless love. So give it up, give it up. Make room for the one you dreamt of, dreamt of, dreamt of. I swear to God, please don't get married. Don't have their children. Don't use up all your firsts on someone who isn't worth him. Might not be your type, but that will be my charm. All your friends will love me. I'll make an effort with your mom. So give it up, give it up. Give up that hopeless love. So give it up, give it up. Make room for the one you've dreamt of. So give it up. Ooh. Ooh. I can't send you a message on the telephone, so I'll sing you a sign for when you're all alone. Leave them, please leave them. I can't send you a message on the telephone, so I'll sing you a sign for when you're all alone. Leave them, please leave them. I gave it up, gave it up. Gave up my hopeless love. I gave it up, gave it up. Making room for the one I love. So give it up, give it up. Give up that hopeless love. I gave it up. Yay. First song down. I haven't played that in a while. So these songs I have recorded them, but I need to finish recording them. So this is just to get me back in the mindset of bringing all these tracks up and, you know, looking at them. Recorded drums with Beth Goodfellow at Hotel Earth in LA in January, and she's just the best. So she really brought these songs to life. Really, really excited about that. Right, I'm just queuing up the next song in terms of lyrics so that I don't mess those up. Okay, I'm gonna look through. Thanks for the tips, guys. I really appreciate that. You don't need to do that, and that's very, very sweet. Okay, let's look for some questions. There's a lot of highs. Okay, what's your vocal range? Teresa asks. I don't actually know. Should we try and find out? Okay, so that's E. That's D. So that's B. B flat. Okay. So, yeah, pretty low. I I mean, I just don't really want to find out because I don't want you all to just I don't want you to switch off. I guess it's probably like, you know, on a really, really good day, it's 3 octaves, but is that 3 octaves that I can really sing in? Would you want to hear that sort of range? Like, it would be a lot. Did I go cycling today? Why, yes, I did. I went cycling today. I've got this perfect 1 hour route, which is all we're allowed to do at the moment. And it's all I can manage, to be honest. I'm not fit enough to do much more. And also, you know, road cycling it can be pretty terrifying sometimes if you're out by yourself, and I'm cycling alone. And I've had a few punctures on the side of the road recently, and I just want to stay a relatively short distance from home. So like, I've just got a nice sort of 8 miles out. Worst case scenario, I have to walk 8 miles back. So, have you been writing in quarantine? Yes, I have. I have been writing. Not very much. I think I've written 2 songs, which is great, actually, because before that I wasn't writing anything else. And, you know, I just, if you're worried about being creative right now, just don't worry about it. You have to forgive yourself. We're not just working from home for the sake of working from home. We're working from home for a very, very significant reason. And if you're struggling with that, you just really need to take a big deep breath. And yeah, it's just really hard. So don't panic if that's something you're panicking about. I mean, by this point, it's 44 days I've been in isolation. And, you know, everyone's going a little bit mad. To the marriage proposals, I really appreciate it, but with some of my friends not actually being able to fulfill their weddings, I don't think we're going to get married anytime soon, darling. Sorry. Are you satisfied with your playing, or are there some things you can't do yet? There are so many things I can't do, and also I get lazy. Like I get stuck on the same old things, or if I'm busy writing, if I'm writing, I can't really sit down and study guitar. I find it quite difficult because I just get distracted by like the thing that I want to be writing and practicing. And so yeah, there's a few questions. So yeah, I know that I'm 29, and so I should be really proficient at guitar, but I'm aware that I think the more you learn, the more you realize like how little you know, and it's an ongoing process. I hope I'm never really happy with my skill set, because I want to improve and not spill water over my Martin. I'm totally going to knock that over. It's a little bit better than... Okay. Everyone asks about the blueprint, so I will reveal. It's actually... Oh my god. It's by an artist. It's not actually a blueprint of an amplifier like everyone thinks. It's like it's an electrical diagram of alternative music. So it actually has loads of artists. I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it up on my Instagram for all of you, and I'll tag the artist too. So many schematics, diagrams. Poor me, a non-electrician. Why don't I ever use a guitar pick? I mean, again, it's just one of those things. You kind of pick a lane when you're learning something, and I chose to not play with a plectrum out of volume levels, really. Playing with the plectrum and I don't need to play guitar like most guitarists because I'm accompanying myself with songs. So just playing with my hands without a pick really just helps that, and it inspires me more. And it's much more gentle, but I can still rock it up and I can still dig in and stuff like that. Probably not on acoustic. Okay, I'm gonna get distracted by comments. I really appreciate you commenting. Keep commenting during this next song. This one is called One to the West Coast. And I just edited an Instagram video. Actually, I had recorded a video on the West Coast on a road trip with a friend in January after Nairn, but the wind noise is too bad for this recording, so it was 1 minute for Instagram, but the whole 3 minutes just wasn't going to work out. I might need to do a video on actually trying to solve wind noise in recordings, because I bet it's, you know, everyone suffers it somehow. I wonder if I can get comfortable. Right. So, and also I've got a gentle Beyonce breeze coming from my fan. This is called One to the West Coast. I heard she's moving to LA. Was there nothing that you could do to make her stay? Lost one to the West Coast, one to the UK. You already ran from New York City. Did the leg help you escape? It's a good thing it went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me now. Can you see shadows of me riding the brown line, drinking in Hartley? Shower beers and Thai food just make me feel lonely. You passed out on the couch, Parks and Rec on TV. It's a good thing it went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you have to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me now. A chance encounter on the Lakeshore Trail was all it took. One look and you were shook. How could you leave me in the city when we're so nearby? All these tears I hate to cry. You've heard I'm moving to LA. Was there nothing that you could do to make me stay? It's a good thing it went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. It's a good thing it went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild. At least I can rebuild. At least wish that can rebuild me Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Jens. And I don't know how to say your username. Foots101. Thank you very much for the tips. God, I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you for making work bearable. Love Red Dress and Back on Land as well. Thank you. Yeah, those two, Red Dress and Back on Land, are so new. I'm just going to keep them for Patreon people just right now. So if you are a fan on Patreon, there are some even newer songs than these ones. These ones were written last summer. Yeah. Okay, question time. What type of camera am I using? Right now, I'm using my iPhone. Olaf, thank you. Because, I mean, it seems like I just know that it's sort of used to video calls and it just feels great. So I kind of want you also to hear how I sound, like if we were just in the room together. And, I don't really feel the need for reverb and... yeah, I just think it's cooler being more intimate. Charlie asks, how do you write your lyrics? I mean, I'm very literal. I feel inspired by something. I've been trying to do a bit more storytelling recently, thinking up something a bit more fictional and writing around that and really brainstorming the ideas and making sure the lyrics are sort of entwined and relevant rather than just saying exactly how I feel, which Lone Wolf was that. It was a documentation of how I was feeling at the time. So yeah. What was the name of the song I just played? It was called One to the West Coast. Very, very new, not out yet. That is what I'm doing right now. I'm practicing those songs because I feel there has to be an element of adrenaline sometimes when it comes to music making. And I guess it's why I'm kind of hooked on road cycling right now. When I was speeding down a hill earlier, not at an illegal speed, obviously, it was a main road, so 60 miles an hour is a bit much, but I realised road cycling right now is my replacement for performing. And I really thought I'd be able to do it by now. But anyway, we're all safe and sound, and that's good. How often do you write songs? Not very often anymore. I go through phases. What's your favourite part of playing guitar? The freedom it gives you to write a complete part. You can write a bass line, you can write a percussive line, you can obviously write a melody line and then chords. It's just the perfect songwriting instrument, as opposed to anything else. A piano, you don't get the same percussive element to piano. I mean, you can, but it's just not quite the same. And also, it's not very portable. And this is. I would love to gig in Tennessee, absolutely. Wherever you all are, keep faith. One day, we'll be able to, be in a live venue all together and just... we'll be able to do it. Do I use the nail on my thumb? No, I have really short nails because they get in the way. And I just use the fingertips. Grant asks, hey, I've heard several of your pieces that I've loved. I'm a producer, I'd love to work on something if you're interested. Hey, Grant. Yeah, I have seen your work, man. That's cool. Yeah, can you drop me an email? Or I will try and drop you an email, man. That's cool. Okay, next song. Should we get on to another song? You guys are all so awesome. What kind of bike do I have? I have a road bike, a very, very old road bike. I saw Francis Cade was on here earlier, who's got an incredible YouTube cycling channel. And when we are able to get in the same room together, I'm going to have a proper bike fit and upgrade to a much better bike, because mine's an 8-speed, which to those pro cyclists out there who've got like super duper speed machines, very, very jealous. I've got 8 gears. Well, I think it actually equates to more than that, doesn't it? But yeah, I've got an 8-speed cassette on my Orbea Aqua, which was really expensive for me at the time. Like, I think it was even more money than I'd spent on a guitar at the time. It was about £600, and now obviously what you would buy for £600 now is like way better, because all the technology has trickled down from the top. Have I ever been to Ireland? Yes, I have been to Ireland. And will I teach you one of my songs today? I'm just going to practice through the songs. I'm going to practice them. Tips on finding local gigs. When they are obviously back up and running, open mics. Go to every cool venue should have an open mic on a Monday evening, on like the quiet nights. Go there, make friends with the guy with the list, guy or girl with the list, and then ask them for a proper slot. Or go into your local bars and pubs and craft beer places and stuff like that, and just say, like, maybe even do one gig for free, and then say, look, I'm a professional, I want to charge you some money, however much money that is. Obviously it's not going to be a vast amount, it's going to be like a reasonable amount for however many hours. And then through the open mic, meet the people who actually work there, who are in charge, be nice to them, be kind, go in there, listen to existing live music, get to know people, become a regular. That's what you have to do locally, and that's scalable locally. Like you can do that in different venues around town. Obviously, if you're doing that nationwide, that would be very impractical. But yeah, you've just got to. It's pronounced like nuts. That wouldn't let me. But hi, Bill. Thank you. Yeah. So basically, that is what you should do. It's what I used to do. I mean, times change now too. Like, obviously it's great having a social media presence and everything, but it doesn't actually guarantee you gigs. And it's very different to gigging as well. Let's do another song. Okay, let's see if I can do this one. It's called Church Bell. It's really, really old. Really, really old. And imagine it like really twangy, bluesy guitar. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. Little bit of water. Gotta hydrate, especially in the heat we're experiencing in England at the moment. I know you won't have heard any of that with me talking into my water bottle. That's not it. There's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. I remember meeting you there on the steps in my Sunday best, my father's hand on my shoulder. We couldn't talk for much longer. It's a precondition. How I crave your attention. The Bible speaks its own truth. Does that truth apply to you? 'Cause there's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. Okay, on this next bit, I want you to I won't be able to hear you. Or in the comments, right? So when I check back, I'll see loads of Alright, I mean, second verse. There's a light at the end of my street. When that bell chimes at midnight, we meet. Tell each other stories of our day. How in time we'll run away. 'Cause all I wanna do is lie next to you. Kiss until the sunrise. Staring into your eyes. 'Cause there's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It's calling me to worship you. Call me to pray. 'Cause for you I'll get down on my knees. Promise to take me where we can be free. 'Cause there's a church up the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It called me to worship you. There's a church down the hill from me. There's a church up the hill from you. We can both hear that church bell ring. It called me to worship you. Question time. Yes, to loads of us. Thank you. Oh my god, that's made my day. Oh, Jake, thank you very much. I appreciate that tip. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, that's really sweet. Really generous of everyone who's donating us. What's the time in England? Beer o'clock, I think it is. It's almost 10 to 7. I love how some of you are guessing. So yeah, I do see a fair few comments saying that I look like Emma Watson or Hermione Granger. I probably look closer to Hermione Granger because of the nerdiness than I do actual Chanel model Emma Watson. It's very sweet of you. And also Maeve from Sex Education. I see that all the time. It's very flattering. They are both awesome. Joel asks, does it take you a long time to write songs, or do songs come easily to you? Really depends. I know that's not a fun answer. Sometimes I'll just like sit at my desk and I'll just get through a song and everything will slot together. So I'll like have a verse idea, then I'll have a chorus idea, and then it'll just work, and then the middle eight will come really, really easily. Like if it needs a bridge at some point, you know, or a pre-chorus, whatever, it's just like, sometimes it's so quick. And sometimes like the lyrics just flow so easily. And then sometimes I just really, really have to just dig my heels in. And the coolest thing about phones is like having the voice notes, although I use the Shure Motive app with or without the like MV88 microphones and the iPhone microphones they make. I just document everything. Like if you're writing a song, just document it, because no matter how good it is, you're not necessarily going to remember it. So don't worry about that whole thing that people say, they're like, oh, if it's a good idea, you'll remember it the next day, because like you just won't. And you know, that idea might actually be maybe not enough, or maybe it might be the wrong idea, but you've captured it, you might not be happy with it, but then you'll come back to it after a sleep or after a few weeks or whatever, and you'll suddenly have this idea, and you'll just be able to look at it with a different perspective, and that's really, really important. So always be writing, but like write little ideas. Like you don't have to complete a song in one go. I think I kind of have to tell myself this too. Like I have to sit down and sort of, and it's really cool because I don't know how to make a video using them, but I have all the different versions of songs that I've written. So, you know, I've got the melody at first that I came up with whilst accompanying myself with a really basic chord pattern, or maybe not so basic chord pattern that I've been writing or working on, and then it will just, you know, I just see the progression. Also, it timestamps it, so you can really, really see from start to finish how long the song took you to write. So I think I need to do a video on that, definitely. Elizabeth asks, when did you start writing? I tried to write at 12, didn't write anything at all until 15, all the way through, that lasted, that I've actually like still got in my mind, and written down, obviously. But yeah, it was 15 when I wrote my first song, and now I'm 29. That's mad. Taylor asks, Taylor asks, who are your core musical influences? Thank you so much for making music, inspiring me to make music myself and being authentically you. Who are my core influences? Okay, I'm gonna skip past a few because some of you might already know. Like, I discovered John Mayer at sort of 18, and he did influence my self-accompanying guitar playing, but really like the musical influences that inspired me to write were Katie Tunstall, Narina Paulo, and Suzanne Vega, Joni Mitchell. Like, Narina Paulo, I actually saw her support Suzanne Vega when I was 15, and she was the reason I started writing, because I went to a concert with my mum at Salisbury City Hall. Narina Paulo did a half-an-hour support slot, and this is why I kind of always want to do support slots, because I think it's like the most challenging part of putting on a show until you're in the big leagues where you're having to deal with fireworks, whatever. But like the support act slot is where you really get to prove yourself. It's kind of like the open mic equivalent, and she proved herself, and she kind of outshone Suzanne Vega. I know that's really bad to say, but she blew everyone away. If you don't know of her, check her out, Narina Paulo. It's like spelt palot. But yeah, so mainly singer-songwriters, mainly like really strong, powerful women with incredible lyrics, and I'm always just sort of always trying to improve lyric writing by reading more, writing more, and just yeah, but sometimes like a simple idea is okay. You can be simple with your lyrics too. You don't have to be all metaphors and, you know, similes and metaphors all over the place. You don't have to worry about that sometimes. Like sometimes it's just like you have to get the fastest thing down. You've only got so many words in a 3-minute song. So hope that answered your question. Joel, would you ever write a song in a genre you never normally play? And do you think playing genres out of your comfort zone helps you become a better player? Most definitely. Like anything out of your comfort zone is beneficial. And I have ended up writing a few songs out of my comfort zone, and it's almost easier. It's not easier, that's a lie. It's more freeing. I've really liked collaborating, you know, with someone like Rob Scallon, where he gave me the framework of a song he'd already written and to rewrite it. Like that was a really, really fun challenge. I should do that more, but you know how it is. Logan, thank you very much. What do you think you've learned during this pandemic, or what has surprised you the most? For me, I feel like we're remembering how connected we really are. Love your work, carry on. Yeah, like I've been more social. I've been more social in the last 40 days than I've probably ever been, ever. Just in terms of calls and, you know, keeping in touch with friends who are all over the world and just, isolating. So it's wonderful. Like imagine if this had happened at any other time, it would have been so difficult. But what have I learned during this pandemic? I've really learned there's only so much you can get done in a day. So, you know, even when you have all the time in the world, like usually we have excuses. So we'll say, oh, we're busy, you know, there's no reason, we can't get something done because we're so busy with all these other things with real life going on. But now we have no real life. That's not true. We have no limitations outside of our. I literally can't speak right now because I've been up since 5:30. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that we now have all the time in the world, but it's only so much time. It's still the same amount of hours as we had beforehand. So I know some of you might be bored at home, but really when you break things up and like if there's anything you want to learn and you need to spend a certain amount of time on it over a period of time to really, really improve on it, like I'm trying to practice my guitar, read, and learn Spanish and get fit, like get really, really fit, you know, by I'm not going out and eating dinners out. I'm able to like get relatively healthy food and just cook and all these things I'm trying to improve myself while we're you know in this all together. So I'm also trying to make the most of a day, so like try and get up as early as possible and see as much daylight as you can. And I'm feeling a bit more like, I don't know, I feel a bit more with the day when that happens because you know, getting up just as the sun is rising. I've only done this for a few days, I'm not exactly an expert, but getting up with the sun, and then once the sun's gone down, which here it's going down at like 8:30, I just start to feel tired, and that's really nice. It's great. And anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do, get up earlier. Joel asks, do you have any YouTube recommendations? Mine is Matthew Scott. He's a really good new guitar YouTuber. I've seen his videos actually. I think Francis Cade showed me his stuff actually. Who have I been watching other than obviously the usual lot, my comrades on YouTube? I have actually been checking in with people's YouTube channels way more because we can now, and that's really nice. Seeing all the all the creativity that goes on and in those videos, it's just so time consuming, and I really, really respect all of them. You know, from the super small channels to the really, really large channels. Like, what I've definitely learned by becoming friends with these people is you don't change at all. Like, you're no different, and you shouldn't be treated any differently either, whether you have 100 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. Like, that's why they're all so cool, because they know what it's like. They know what it's like to start from zero, and it's not about networking. It's just literally about doing some work, and that's what I really, really appreciate with YouTube. And that's where I feel really happy that it's brought me to all of you, because yeah, if it had been down to networking or blind luck in the music industry, I wouldn't be able to make music full time. I wouldn't be able to make videos. I just wouldn't be able to justify any of it. So yeah, very, very grateful that I can do this on my own terms, at my own pace, and just build slowly everything. There's only so much you need of anything, and actually too much of something is just, it's too much. I'm learning that now. Would you try a backwards video like Rob did with Enter Sandman? Oh yeah, I'd love to try that. I watched that the other day, actually. Long Island City. Okay, I will end on a song you guys know, because I need to go and have my dinner. But if you are liking this, and you are liking me doing live streams, I will do more of them. They're so fun, and it's really, really good. I really just kind of want to practice on them and show you the process. So if I do make mistakes, whatever, I don't really care. And because I just know that you won't care either. You know what it's like. And like even now, like playing Long Island City, I feel a bit rusty. So if you know the lyrics, then sing along at home. But thanks guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And there will be a new video 1 PM UK time on Saturday. I've given myself a deadline. Haven't filmed it yet, mind you. Haven't filmed it, but it will be live. I've written the script. It's cool. It's really cool. It's a cool idea. It's been fun to do. That's a new version of me not looking. A morning full of promise and LIC. Got chores to do, a load of laundry. But I'll see you later if you'll come and see me. Can't hear you call me in the laundromat where the hip-hop proprietor presides. And coyly clients say, excuse me my brother, as they open the dryers. Long Island City, LIC, where the yellow cabs come home to sleep. One stop from Midtown, I've missed you lately. Jump on the subway and come see me. See you later in the Court Square Diner. I love the pink Formica. It's Tonight's neon lights will shine on our high school beer. I will eat the fries you order. Long Island City, OLIC, where the yellow cabs come home to sleep. One stop from Midtown, I've missed you lately. Jump on the subway and come see me. Up late waiting in Long Island City, waiting for you to come see me. I'm being lulled to sleep by the distant sound of the subway. I'll keep waiting for you here in Queens, 23rd Street nearly. I need you here with me, 'cause I'm lonely in Long Island City. Long Island City, OLIC, where the yellow cabs come home to sleep. One stop from Midtown, I've missed you lately. Jump on the subway and come. Jump on the subway and come see me. Thank you very much for watching. Ooh, she puts it down gently. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really, really appreciate all of you. 53 minutes has flown by. I've had this one insane idea, which was inspired by Francis Cade, who, if you aren't aware of his channel, he's a cyclist, and he just cycled up Everest twice on Zwift. I hope I said that right. And it was like 27 hours on a static trainer in his house, and he, you know, used that program, and it was just such a cool thing. And he raised so much money for the NHS, and I would like to do something really, really special and encourage people to donate to a very, very small part of the NHS, Salisbury Hospice, and I'm kind of committing myself into doing this. I don't know whether it would be 24 hours, because that would be probably quite boring for all of you, but maybe it needs to be that insane as well, because obviously I would love that to be something crazy, and it's something I can do from home, and I know how generous you all are, and it's just an idea. So, do we think I want to do a massive, massive live stream? Yeah, I probably do. And I like this format too. Instagram, thank you very much for watching. I do realise this was very YouTube focused. YouTube, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon. I'm gonna end this one first. Thank you everyone on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. I loved doing this. Got to do way more. But now it's time for dinner. So thank you and good night.